Hello, hello. Welcome to day 14 of distance learning. Thank you for all of your hard work so far. I just wanted to get on here and explain day 14's plans and give you a few updates on our Google slide. So here you will see the first four slides are staying the same. Two changes in the slides are these. The first is that instead of that video from Dr. Halverstad, I updated it with her newsletter that she's sending out. This is hopefully going to be replacing all the emails you are receiving from the school, and you can just click here for some updates. But if we do receive any emails, I will try to make sure you get that information as well. All kinds of information on here. Distance learning, technology access and support. So if you have technology questions, you can dial this number. Residency verification and enrollment is open. A Hornet Blue workout from Coach Munsterman. Media Center access, and then some April Hornet birthdays coming up. Planning for the new year, and that video from Dr. Halverstad is down here. So this will be where she updates us on news at Graydon. And then for our Zoom class meeting, I did have to change it again to two separate links. Unfortunately, trying to schedule one meeting that repeats every Monday and Friday does not give me the one link that I thought that it would. So it is a link and an ID for Monday, a link and ID for Friday, and then passwords for both are 19. Now, moving on to day 14, there was an unfortunate discovery we made today for reading. Even though when you open these books, they look very different, when you actually read them, they are the same exact story, we realized. Once upon a time, there lived a youngster named Goldilocks. And then here, once upon a time, there's a youngster named Goldilocks. Unfortunately, we did not make that discovery until today. But if your child read the book twice, then they will be extra prepared for the Venn diagram activity for the site of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So we also have added for today, Goldilocks Rocks. This is the other version of the story that they will be listening to. This is a safe share, so it's a video. Again, I would open it, but then it automatically plays and it gets confusing with my recording, screen recording device. Last time I tried to open something, I accidentally recorded or paused my recording instead of the video, and it was just a mess, so I just don't open these. But this is where they can listen to Goldilocks Rocks. Or you can use two versions of a different fairy tale of your choice. So for reading, I would recommend that they read Goldilocks Rocks just to save them some time. Or they can read another book of their choice for 20 minutes. When they are finished with their reading activity, whatever they choose, they will be coming over to writing to compare and contrast on a Venn diagram. Again, if you can print this or you have the resource packet, that's great. But if you can do it in their notebook, that's fine also. It's whatever you would prefer. And then they are going to find three ways the book and the video, Goldilocks Rocks, are similar, and three ways that they are different, thinking about the setting, characters, and plot, maybe even the lesson. The reading response they did yesterday and maybe did today would help them prepare for that. And if they didn't do that, that's okay too. Just work with them to think about those things. And then they will be doing a handwriting activity, either print or cursive. You'll notice we got rid of keyboarding. There were some strange ads that were popping up, so we just decided to get rid of that resource until we figured that out. And then moving on to math, they will be measuring feet today. So choose three objects from around your home, measure your objects in feet, then measure them in inches. Record your measurements on a piece of paper. Do you need more feet or more inches to measure the objects? Why? Record your answer on that same sheet of paper or same piece of paper. So again, our goal for today would be for students to realize you need less feet to measure things and you need more inches. You need less feet because they're bigger, they take up more space. You need more inches because they're smaller and you have to repeat those inches more and more and more. And then of course there's this video here, or not video, but page from our Envision resource. So they're measuring objects in feet and in inches, and they're thinking through what do you need more of. This one does have feet and yards, inches and feet. So it does introduce yards, which the other activity does not. So if you want to keep it a little simpler, you can do this activity. But if you want to do the Envision pages, you might just need to refresh them on what a yard is. And then, of course, fluency practice. Play the game first to 20 with someone. This is a game we actually had in my classroom as an option, so your child may have played this before. So what you will do is each person has a card, and they will roll. So one dice, so you can roll, and if you roll a 6, you'll just for this first one, you'll write the roll here and the total here, because for the first round it's staying the same. And if I were to roll again and I rolled a 5, I would write that here, and then I would solve what is 6 plus 5 for my total, which is 11. And then I'm rolling again and I roll a 3. Now 11 plus 3 is 14. And then I roll a 5. So 14 plus 5 is 19. And then I'm really hoping that I roll a 1, because I want to get to 20. Because the second I go over 20, it changes to subtraction. Because 19 plus 4 puts me above 20, I then have to do 19 minus 4. Each card or each player has their own game card like this, and your goal is to get to 20 before the other person. There is a scorecard here. Again, you can print it or you can get a resource packet from the school. And then there are paper dice as well if you don't have a game board or anything that would have some dice. Next, if this is too complicated or it's too much printing or you're not sure you have the resources, they can get on Greg Tang and play a math game for at least 10 minutes. So again, they can take their pick of what works for them. And then for social studies, we have producers and consumers. This kind of relates to the goods and services. Producers make or can give the goods or the services, provide those. Consumers are the people who purchase them, who take them. So watch the video to learn about producers and consumers. And again, let's see, this is a safe share, so I'm not going to open it right now, but I have given it a quick watch. And it's a pretty good introduction and description of producers and consumers. You can also use this anchor chart to help you learn about producers and consumers right here. So you can see we have goods and services here. Consumer, someone who buys goods or services. Producer, someone who makes goods or provides the service. And this one's great because it provides some examples. And then when you come back here, your child, once they have watched that video and maybe you've discussed the anchor charts with them, can complete the producer and consumer organizer. For producer and consumer, they will be writing a definition in their own words. They will illustrate a picture, provide examples. I would say like 2 or 3 would be great. And non-examples. Non-examples would be like the opposite. So a non-example for a producer would be a customer or maybe someone who's eating pizza. Whatever example they come up with, as long as they can justify it, is good with me. And same for consumer. So that is it for day 14. I hope this was helpful for you. And if you have any questions at all, please just shoot me an email. I am just one email away from helping. So I hope you have a great day. Happy, I guess it'll be, is it Thursday? Yeah, happy Thursday tomorrow. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks.